2.7, decimal operations and equations with decimals. So when you are adding or subtracting decimals, what do you have to do with those decimals?
You move them
You
to
move
the right or left.
Yeah.
You move it to the left. It depends what type
You
of.
just add the decimal.
I don't know.
Okay, I
What
want to
Josh
make
said.
sure that I align them, right?
Yes.
So that I can make sure that I'm doing it in the right order. Because like in this case here, this one has 2 decimals, but this has
3.
so I have to put a placeholder and do all
That's
that fun stuff.
multiplication to move it to the
Okay.
right or left to cancel.
So, tell me first, how can I find the sum of negative 2.9 plus negative 6.5?
Use a calculator.
Exactly.
We're doing this mental.
Oh, then I don't know.
Right now we're doing this mental. Okay, how, Josh? Let's
You will put the bigger number on the top.
well, what am I doing with these
Oh,
numbers?
put in negative 6.5 on
Okay,
the top, and
okay.
then put negative. You line the decimal up with 6.5.
So, I'm just adding these. So am I going to get a negative or a positive answer?
Positive.
A negative.
No.
Okay? Because I don't have double negatives in a row, it's going to stay negative. So I have negative 2.9 plus negative 6.5. What's 5 plus 9?
14.
What is 6 plus 2 plus 1?
9.
So I get negative
9.4.
9.4 is my solution.
Yeah.
Okay, as my answer.
Yeah.
What happens when I have 10.57 plus negative 6.89? What does that mean I'm doing?
You're going to be subtracting.
I am going to actually be subtracting. I'm going to say 10.57, and then if you say plus with the negative 6.89, I'm technically subtracting that, okay? Can I do 7 minus 9? No. Can I do 5 minus 8?
No, you gotta change it to 15.
Take the 10 and make it a
No.
9, make this a 15, a 14, and make this a 17. What's 17 minus 9?
8.
What's 14 minus 8?
6.
6.
What is 9 minus 6?
3.
So my answer came out positive only because this number was larger than what I was taking from it. Okay? If that front number, if it had been reversed and it had said 6.89 minus 10.57, I would get a negative answer. Okay?
Yeah.
Order matters here. Make sure you put it in order. Okay? When it says find the difference up here of negative 25.38 minus negative 42.73, what does that mean I'm actually doing?
Positive.
I know. Oh.
I am.
Mine too.
I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go lip, right? And so now I have negative 25.38 plus 42.734. What is that? I'm virtually.
Don't you have to
You can get out your calculator. Well,
Yes,
if you want to
finally.
get out, you want to add a 0 here,
Oh, God.
so that you say. I can rewrite it in this form, can't I?
I said that's correct.
So that it's easier for me. What's 4 minus 0?
4.
I can't do 3, so I have to borrow. What's 13 minus 8?
Wait.
I know it.
Borrow like that?
Not,
What's 6 minus 3?
17.3. 3.5. 17.3.5.
I thought you had to
Good job,
borrow
Rita.
12
early.
is 7, and then
I thought you had to borrow from the first one.
I did. But what do you mean you have to borrow from
You
the
borrow
first?
from.
7.
Yeah, because the first,
Bruh.
because this can just be subtracted, but this 3 minus 8 can't. So I have to borrow from the number that's next to it. Apparently, we need to go back to elementary school and learn how to subtract and add by borrowing.
Yes, we do.
Yes!
Yes,
Nine
I would like
My
to.
whole life you're doing
9.817 minus a negative 1.49. What do I do there?
You would,
You
you
put
would
and
when
then
you line up the decimal.
9.817
I got it right
plus 1.49.
Oh,
What could go here? Okay, what is this? 7 plus 0 is?
I know. Aren't you supposed to
9
put it
plus
zero?
1 is?
0. 10. 0.
Oh my.
0.
8 plus 4 plus 1?
3 and
No,
13.
14.
13. 9 plus 1 plus 1.
11.
So I get an answer of,
11.307.
okay. Hey, on your homework, I want to see you do this physically.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I want to see you line it up. I want to see you add, subtract, so that I can see if you've changed your signs correctly. Okay? When you divide and multiply, when you divide, I won't make you do it
Hey,
manually.
where's
When
Ray
you
at?
multiply,
You
I
got
will.
both of them?
Hey, stop! I'm giving,
I'm paying attention.
I'm done. That means you better be done too right now. Listen, on your homework, with adding and subtracting, I want it done manually, not in your calculator. I wanna see that you can do this. When it comes to multiplication, we're going to line it up and multiply it long ways also. When it comes to division, I will let you use your calculator. I understand that's harder for us to think that way. Jacob, do you have a question now, or did I answer it?
So if it says find the sum,
Mm-hmm.
could I just change a negative to a positive and then subtract? Because that's easier.
No,
So I gotta keep it as a plus.
because these
negative?
come out to be a negative, that's why. You have to keep your signs, because if you change it, you're gonna confuse yourself and you're gonna get the wrong signs,
Yeah.
okay? Only change a sign if there's a double negative, then you have permission to change your sign. You can rearrange the order it's in. Do you see how I took this larger number and subtracted this from it though?
Yes.
Okay, you can rearrange what order it's in to make it easier.
At the end of class, can I use the bathroom?
Yes.
The end of class, what?
Okay, now, how would I find the product of 3.1 times negative 6.8? First of all, is my answer gonna be positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. So, if I'm doing this long ways, like I told you to, you're gonna multiply it like this. So I get 8 times 1, which is,
8,
and 8 times 3, which is,
24.
where does my decimal go?
In the middle,
Right.
between both of them.
24 and 8.
Between,
Between 24 and 8?
yeah,
Is that where you want it?
yeah,
No, you. Yeah.
yes.
No, don't you? Don't you
Yes.
put it between 2 and 4?
I don't know, I'm asking you.
No, keep it that way.
It stays.
We
I
can
said-
see.
I say keep it. Hold on. No, cause there's 2 behind. You put, yeah, cause there's 2 behind the thing.
There's 2
I don't
behind
want
the thing.
There's 2 numbers behind the decimal.
Okay, so let's just keep it there and see if it works out to the right thing. Now, what do?
You multiply.
When I'm multiplying negative 6 by 1, what do I have to do first though? Add a 0, good, I have to put a placeholder. That's where my,
That's what a zero.
well, we'll see if that's where our decimal goes. Negative 6 times 1 is,
6. Negative 6.
well, we'll put the negative in at the end, and 6 times 3 is
18.
18. How many decimals should I have in this answer?
1 or 2.
2. Here's why you should know that. That's why this decimal should be here.
That's what it's.
Okay? And here's why you should know this. There should be 2 decimals because there are 2 decimals here.
Yeah,
That's the easiest way to remember it.
That's what I was trying to say.
Good. Okay, so then from there I know it's gonna be a negative answer, so I add these, I get 8. What's 4 and 6 is 10, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, carry the 1. So you get negative 21.08. Negative 21.08, okay? Now, on your calculator, do negative 11.47 divided by negative
I'll do
0.7.
it for you again.
Is that Ian's calculator or yours?
Would you like me to do it for you? Would you like me to do it for you?
What's negative 11.47 divided by negative 0.7?
I feel smart in these glasses.
Okay, well,
I know.
Negative 16.
Might as well just take them off.
Negative 16.38571.
listen, let me ask you, how did you input this into your calculator?
You had to do
I
the
put
parentheses.
negative.
You gotta do the
I didn't put the
parentheses.
negative.
You didn't put the negative, okay, because there are 2 negatives, so this answer should come out
Positive.
positive. So 16.3, if I just round it to 1 decimal, the answer is 16.3. You have to pay attention to your signs. Do not rely on the calculator to get your signs right,
Relay?
okay? What?
You said relay.
I said rely.
She said rely, Jacob.
Guys, I'm serious. You need to focus, because you're driving me nuts.
Yeah, no. I put it in right.
So
It says
rely-
that.
So, did you put in
When
2
it goes
negatives though, a negative with each one?
Yeah,
Did you
but
put in,
when it go to 4, because, when it go to 4, because you rounded it up, or we not rounded it
What's 4?
I just put 16.3.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if I put in the negative.
So when you put in a negative, did you use this button, the bottom one? So you said negative 11.47 divided by negative 0.7. Mine comes out to 16.38.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, that's the same thing I got.
So
I
you're
was
saying
saying
you
what-
round it, yeah, round it.
That's what I thought.
Okay, now what about negative 15.841 divided by 2.17? What will that come out to be? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. There's only one negative. So what is 15.841 divided by 2.17?
You have to put the 2 or the 5.
What is negative?
Negative 7.3.
Negative 7.3.
That's our negative
Wait.
13.67.
It's negative 7.7.
So you just.
You said plus.
Somebody's calling me.
Don't answer.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Now we have to solve equations with decimals in them. What do I do to solve this equation, Emma? Subtract what? Subtract 4.7. So what is 3.5 minus 4.7? Okay.
4.7, 3.5 plus 4.7. You make the 15. That would be 8, and then 1.
Negative 1.2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, negative
Sure.
1.2. So that's what I'm doing when I'm solving. How do I solve this equation? Y equals y minus 6.9 equals negative 2.26. Jason, how do I solve that one?
The second time.
I got it. 6.91 to both sides. What is negative 2.26 plus 6.91?
That's a lot of numbers.
Negative
One,
9.17.
Not 7.
3.
It would be like
3.2.
1.65.
It should be, if I rearrange this, if I reline this up, I would have 6.91 minus 2.26 like that. 9 is 8. 11 minus 6 is 5. 8 minus 2 is 6. And that would be 4. So 4.65 is your answer.
I
Probably
said
just
that.
plugging it.
Ew.
Okay. How do I solve, guys, how do I solve negative 0.6m equals negative 5.1?
I just put my
You divide by negative 0.6.
Okay, if I divide by negative 0.6, what is negative 5.1 divided by negative 0.6? I'm about ready to take 1, 2, 3, 4 cards.
Is it 8.5?
Is it 8.5? I don't know. I didn't
For
do
the
it.
answer. That's what.
I think it is 8.5. I believe you're correct. Yes, 8.5. 8.5 it is. Okay, how do I solve n divided by negative 8 equals 1.75? Okay, Jason, what? Multiply by what? By negative 8. What is 1.75 times negative 8?
Negative 4.
Oh.
Negative what?
Negative 14.
Negative
14. Yes, perfect. Okay. And E, how do I solve negative 1.8u equals 6.3?
Divide.
Okay.
Divide 1.8.
Negative 1.8. And what does u come out to equal?
Negative 3.5.
Negative 3.5. Okay, last type of thing you'll have to do in your homework tonight are word problems. Here's an example of one.
oh wow.
Okay, when a chipmunk hibernates, its weight decreases by about 0.31 pounds. After hibernation, a chipmunk weighs about 0.35 pounds. Find the weight of a chipmunk before hibernation.
I just.
How can I
know-
set that up? Okay, Josh, we'll give you a shot.
Okay, I might get it wrong though.
Okay, that's okay.
So you're gonna do 0.35
Okay, 0.35
minus 0.30 or minus 0.
This is your end weight, so this should be on one side of your equal sign. 0.35 equals what?
0.3
Is it 3
0.31
plus X?
pounds.
No.
plus X? Maybe. Let's take a look. Okay. So it says its weight decreases by about 0.31 pounds. So its weight decreases by about 0.31 pounds. So if it's decreasing by about 1.13 pounds, how about if we flip this? How about if we say X minus 0.31? Because it says it decreases, okay, that's our clue right there, by this much. When it decreases, I'm subtracting. So whatever my weight was, I lost 0.31 pounds. I now weigh 0.3.
0.35.
So now, how do you solve from there?
You
add.
You add 0.31.
Use your calculator.
What is 0.35 plus 0.31?
66.
66. So this squirrel,
That was bad.
or this chipmunk, like pretty much loses almost half of its body weight when it goes into
That's the
hypernutrition.
best diet ever.
Crazy, right?
That's a good diet.
I should do that because I can lose weight myself.